Hi. So, hang on. So this is my thing that I'm gonna do. Little channel, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll not publish these for a while. But Monday nights, at the house to myself. I get bored, I guess. I'm usually doing this stuff anyway, just experimenting and hacking around. So I thought I would start streaming. Well, yeah. So, you don't know who I am. This is me. There's a picture of me there. Can you see that? Yeah, that's me there. I make responsive, performant, and accessible websites. And I'm working at NGV in Melbourne. This is my website, michaelmakeswebsites.com. I write on here, talk about a bunch of different stuff, talk about these things, accessibility, blogging, gaming, HTML, Hugo, imposter syndrome, Vue.js, some security stuff about mental health, stuff about writing. I'm also a musician, sort of. You can get my music from this website, whalebones.net. Actually, a lot of these links don't exist anymore, but we'll come back to that. This is a single I put out, 1 a.m. And I've got a bunch of poetry books for sale on gumroad.com. Kind of taking a break from music for a minute, but I also used to sing in I Am the Agent, which you can get at Bandcamp. You can listen to that stuff there. There's 4 EPs. And I used to sing in Regressor. And there's 2 singles and 2 EPs that you can listen to if you want. But I'm more interested in code and stuff at the moment, so that's kind of what this is more focused on. And my studio is a mess. Anyway, that'll do for an intro. So I'm thinking about studying IT again. I started a Bachelor of IT, but I only did it for like probably 6 months, and then I got a full-time job and kind of just stopped it. I didn't even unenroll myself. This is my cat. You're gonna see. It's hard to hold her in frame. There we go. It's Meow Meow. Meow Meow. M-O-W. She's really confused because I'm talking to myself. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, IT. So I've been thinking about going back into that because I've got the time to do it. Or I think I could make the time to do it. And anyway, So at work, I'm looking at doing some work with Docker, maybe, and I thought tonight I would just try and like figure it out a little bit because I don't really know anything about it. Never used it before today, but it seems pretty interesting. It's kind of like a colleague said, "Oh, isn't it like a replacement for MAMP?" And I thought, oh, I guess in our case it would be a replacement. It's kind of like containing, like if I open up MAMP, and look at like this, I have like a WordPress installation. It's kind of like the pieces that it needs to work are Apache, MySQL, that's why they got ticks. But it's like really annoying to set up all of this software just to run a website, and I think Docker kind of will solve that by letting me make a Dockerfile that says, hey, I need these to run, can you fetch them for me, and let's run them. That's a terrible explanation, but whatever, I'll quit this, I don't need this for now. So the first steps you need to do are to go to hubdocker.com and sign up, it's free, then download the desktop app. She really wants to get off me, have a look around, sniff some stuff. So I've done that, and now I'm going to clone this, which is just a Git repository. What are you doing? She's fascinated. So I'm going to copy that and open up Visual Studio Code. And this is not related, so I'll just get terminal, see where I am. No, that's not for you. Kitty, you fussing? Don't do that. Man. So what was I doing? I think I'm just gonna, I'll make a directory, call it Docker, and cd into Docker there, and git clone. Clone this repo into this directory. Docker doodle. I have no idea what it is. Come here. Just settle. Cool, so that's that step. Next, cd into doodle/cheese and docker build. I'm just going to paste that. So it's now, she's biting me. Just, alright. It's downloading some bits. It's getting Golang, the Google language. It's hard to tell because I didn't There we go. So I'm in there, and I can go code dot, and I'll just use that as the terminal for a second. So what it did. Whoa. Okay, I can kind of see where this is going. It gave me this Dockerfile, and it kind of says how to set up and run the app. So this is the app, I guess, cheese.go. That's the Dockerfile. It says how to, the environment that this app runs in. I don't know what a cross file does yet. So I think I don't even think I needed to. Did I really even need to? Docker build. Oops. I mean, I have to wait for this to finish, and it's kind of taken a while. I think because I don't have like Go or anything, maybe. So it's installed some stuff. I don't know. Okay, so it's tagged that. So I think I now run it as, actually let's just go to the next step. Docker run -it rm cheers. So this will run the app, basically. Hey. That's pretty cool. So it says like cheers, and there's the Docker whale blubbing around. That's kind of cool. So the reason that that's like interesting is that the container installed, the Docker container installed Go, which is the language needed to run this software. But if I go like Golang, I don't know if that's a command version. Like, I don't have that installed on my machine. It's not installed on my machine, it's in the container. So that's cool. Now, that's pretty much the, like, that's that whole thing finished. So I'm just gonna hit finish. And I didn't do that step, so this shouldn't work. Yeah, so that, I'm not really at the point where I'm making repos out of my work. So I'm gonna if I go to here. Minimize demu. Right, now I'm more interested in making this work for something that I use, and I don't use Go at all. So I'm going to make a new thing. I'm going to make a new project in the same Docker directory. I'll make a new directory called, and I've been playing around with express.js, so I'm gonna call it like Docker Express. cd docker express. And there's nothing in there, but I'm going to npm init and npm install express and nodemon and save it to the dependencies. I have a bad back and I'm sick, so deal with it. Deal with the coughing. So that's installing my packages to my actual machine, because I want to build a little app, make sure it works, and then make a Docker container, and then make sure it works in the Docker container. So let's open this in code. Doing this really dumb way. Okay, so this is my apps package, and it's got these dependencies, express and nodemon. I'm going to make a start command. And it's going to do nodemon index.js. And so I need to make a file called index.js. And I'm going to try and do this from memory. I'm not very good at this, but const do I do HTTP equals require express, I think, and then const app equals require, no, express, no, yeah, express equals express equals require express, app equals express. Crap, I can't remember. I'll just grab one from express hello world. And I hate this, but actually maybe this will be okay. I go to getting starting hello world. There we go. So you need to. What am I doing? I got the first bit right. So app equals express. Const port equals 3000. App.get slash and res.send hello world. Yep, and then we go app.listen port. Oops. Console.log example app listening on port. Alright, so this should be, Shivers. Now if I do nodemon index.js, it should give me a localhost 3000 that says hello world. Perfect. And I'll test as well that npm run start, which was this command that I made earlier, actually works. And it should do the same thing, and if I refresh, it's still there. Cool, so that's my app. That's my app done. Now I can, I'm gonna do this Dockerfile, and it should test. No, it's not. It's alright, delete that. I'm gonna do get a package Docker. Oh, it's already installed. store that? I don't remember. Cool. Anyway, so what I'll do instead of making it manually is Docker and what was it? Add Docker files to workspace. And I'm going to use Node. And I'm going to change this to 80. No, 3,000. Actually, I'm not sure. We'll just leave it like that. Cool. And that way it just writes this for me. Now, from what I read, this doesn't matter. It's going to get generated by Docker. So I don't, that might be alright. Let's try it. So now we can do Docker, what was it? Docker, I can't remember the commands. Damn it, I just did this today. Docker docs. Yeah. So if I do Docker version, yeah, cool. I've done that. Docker image. Now I'm on to part 2. Cool. So this is the Docker file. This is what I'm kind of doing, but I'm not gonna do. I did this actually at work, and it was kind of a good example because I don't write anything in Python and I don't have it installed. But actually I will change that to 80. And oh, I see, that's what I meant by that. It was just like we saw before, where I don't have Python installed, but because I had a Dockerfile, the thing kind of just installs that environment for me and I get to use it, even though I can use like app.py files even though I don't have Python. It's kind of cool. Anyway, this is what I needed, Docker build. So I'm gonna do Docker build, and I'm gonna tag the build. This just means give it a name. And I'm gonna tag it express D. And then dot is the directory I'm in, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, sending build context to Docker daemon. And it's pulling down Node, I guess. How big is Node if you install it normally? Alright, so it's trying to run npm install. And it worked. So I hadn't saved that, so it's done 3,000. I don't think it tells me the file size, does it? Hey, look, official Node.js Docker image. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Cool, so now I can do Docker image and list them. And that's me, that's the one. That's the one from just before. This is probably some mistake. This is I don't know. Hello World's what I ran first. And I think these are just, I don't really know. I guess I've got images of the environments I needed or something. I don't know why they're there. Anyway, so it's express.d. So I just couldn't get to this step. I mean, I got to this step with the Python, which is what this is, but not when I tried to do it with Express. So we'll see how I go. Now, run is what I need to do. Run. So it's Docker run, and then you set a port. And I don't know if I need to do that. And then express D. Let's see. No, that kills it. Node.mon not found. Node.mon. Yes. Gosh. Excuse me. I don't know. Might try it with port 80 saved and build it again. And that was a lot quicker this time as well. Anyway. No, can't. Node.mon, can't find Node.mon for some reason. But I have it there. Could be these. I don't know what they are, so. Goodbye. Just get rid of them for now. It says Node.mon not found. What if I change it to Node? Maybe. Let's just do Node. And save it again, build it. Running. Love Node.mon. For some reason it won't work. And run. Example app listening on port 3000. I don't know why that wasn't working. Let's see. I doubt it is. Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me read. This is gonna be good. Maybe I have to change that to 80. And then I expose 80. I don't know. Let's try that. Build. Again, I doubt that that's true. Oh, that's all it was. Alright, so this thing tells it better than I will. The point at which you run, it says, run the app, mapping your machine's port 4000 to the container's published port of 80. So the 80 here refers to this 80 and this like 80. You should see that a message that Python is serving your app at 0000 port 80. But that message is coming from inside the container, which doesn't know you mapped port 80 of that container to 4000, making the correct URL localhost 4000. So if I was running the Python code, again, I would not on my machine have Python installed, but it would run this hello world, which is made with Python. So likewise, I can curl this. Actually, I don't know if this is true of my app, but yeah, and it just returns the plain text string. So I can get to it from the command line as well. So you can also run it in the background, that's cool. But then you have to stop them manually. So that's cool. So at this point, you could keep this in your Git repository. And then if you had Docker installed, you could do the same commands and run my app in the same exact environment of Node 10.13-Alpine without having to worry about like the wrong Node version making the app crash, or I mean, you can always install these packages, but also they could be version bound to the container, I guess. And I think it just makes it a lot, like I don't have to go and install Node.js to make the app work. That's kind of cool. So I might stop this here because I don't know how long it's been, but yeah, I might do more, I might not. Who can tell at this point? Thanks.